Okay, folks, today we are at Big Creek, Lake County Metro Parks. And we got some signs here. Nature in the Valley. Stretching nearly 15 miles, Big Creek flows through hardwood forests, hemlock ravines, shout out to Indian hemlock, and over rocky ledges. Creekside trees and plants stabilize the bank, provide shade, and cool the water, allowing for this habitat to thrive. The valley, once known as West Creek, protects an important variety of wildlife, including the northern saw-whet owl, rifle snake-tail dragonfly, magnolia warbler, winter wren, Great Lakes crayfish, and the four-toed salamander. The creek is also well known for its steelhead trout, which spawn in the stream. Shout out to our fishermen, Busby's Adventures and Women Outdoors. A watershed is an area of land that drains to a central source. Big Creek's watershed extends 50 square miles with many streams and large amounts of surface water flowing into the creek. This water then drains to the Grand River and ultimately to Lake Erie. Lake Metro Parks owns more than 1,809 acres of the Big Creek watershed within Hidden Lake and the Greenway Corridor. Not all of it. A home in Liberty Hollow. Along the Underground Railroad. While owned by Eber Howe, the home became a part of the Underground Railroad as one of the last stops before reaching Lake Erie. The property became known as Liberty Hollow by local abolitionists because of the abolitionist sentiment of its inhabitants. It was generally recognized as a station on the Underground Railroad route between Chardon and Painesville. Escaped slaves were forwarded to Concord from families in Bloomfield and Warren, which were 30 and 50 miles away. Slaves were then transferred to Fairport Harbor or Ashtabula Harbor, where they would board boats for Canada. Other passengers and conductors on the Underground Railroad passed through Liberty Hollow on their way to Lake Erie. The Hawley Drake family continued to support escaped slaves after moving into the home in 1856. Industry in the Valley. During the American Revolution, many Connecticut towns and farms were destroyed by British troops. After 1797, some of these sufferers sought to start a new life in what is today Lake County. When this part of Ohio was the Connecticut Western Reserve, pioneer families practiced a frontier homestead economy based on hand labor. The forest, wild game, and farming provided necessities of life. Each household produced what it needed by hand. Most of people's time and energy was spent meeting basic survival needs. Wheels of change. Grist mills ground grain into flour so much more quickly and easily than by hand that settlers traveled up to 25 miles, a journey of 2 or 3 days, often by ox-drawn sled, with their harvests of corn and wheat. Grist mills were so valued by settlers that the earliest road networks were cut to access them. Carding mills that prepared wool to be spun into yarn took only 20 minutes to produce what required all day to card by hand. The woolen mill at this place spun yarn and loomed cloth. What time and labor savings mills provided. And we got some flowers over here that are going to seed. And then we'll have our map here soon. Oh, okay. Both our phones are. And here's the Big Creek, Liberty Hollow map. Okay, this is a stone trail, and it starts out with a hill. So, The acorns are making it rough, but otherwise I don't think it would be too hard for the rollator. On a wheelchair, it probably would be rough for the person pushing you. So, not sure about whether this is handicap friendly or not. And Lucy is smelling every inch, because I'm not sure we've ever had her here. I know we had Javier here. Yeah. And I think they have one of those trail cams here like we saw at another park. And then there's a reflector on the pole across the trail from the trail cam. So, not sure what the reflector's about, but so now here's a non-handicap friendly steps going up to probably an overlook or something. So we're not doing, oh geez. And the trail that we could take has a big hole with pylon on it, and more steps going down to the creek. So this is going to be a short video with a little history of the area for you, and this is what we're going to get to see of the park. So even though this is short and sweet, I do want you to remember to whether you need a walker, cane, wheelchair, it's not making you handicapped, it's making you handy capable. Thank you all for watching the video, and remember, hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check some of our other videos out. We got some that are a lot longer and have some places that are a lot more handicap friendly than this one was. You have a great day. God bless.